Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday. Finally, you guys are going to see how I use the pieces that you see in the haul, the many hauls. This is going to be my 2024 fall home tour. What was the inspiration that I used for my home this year? I wanted to be just me, who I am, embrace that. I love that little bit of quirkiness, playfulness, something unexpected. And if anyone who knows me know, I just love the color. It's pink, but it's that deep pink that it tends to go lean a little bit into the purple family. So I want to embrace color. I want to do something different. I want to be Netanya and just to have fun with it. So let's start the tour. Okay, so now we're into my front room. Okay, the biggest thing that I had to do to help bring in that space, of course, as I mentioned in the last video, was to change out the drapery. These drapery, I sourced them from the thrift store, and I'm gonna come in a little bit so you guys can see. But it was literally, I got 6 pieces and I brought it to the cleaners to get it altered to make it longer to flow. And I just love how it's so moody. You know what I mean? It's really moody. I think sometimes when we design a space, we already have what we want it to be. But then when we go to the store, we get all confused. Guilty. But here we go. So throughout the space, I played with cream, brown, burgundy, green, gold, bronze. So I'm breaking kind of all the rules that there is for home decor. So yeah, here we go. These 2 chairs are from Restoration Hardware. I bought them last year. They do swivel. Ideally, I wanted to have 4 of these chairs in this space to create like a nice little long spot when you come in. But I don't think 4 the exact chairs are going to work. So I did a little bit of mixing with having these 2 chairs and then keeping the sofa that I had before. And that's, you're gonna see in a little bit. But I wanted to bring a little bit more life to the chairs. So I have these IKEA pillars that I purchased. If you look at the colors, it's so beautiful. I look at this color right here and it plays nicely with the chair in the back. Then also, because my walls are white, I think it's easier for me to mix the dark on the floor and still have a nice pop and a nice color palette to help bring forth my ideas. Another thing that I did to help incorporate the fall vibe, I'm using my candle warmer that I got from Target, and I have a candle on it, but you're able to adjust the light so you can make it brighter and you can make it a little bit darker and a bit moodier. Play with your lighting. Okay, so on the built-in, I didn't change anything. I just kept it the exact same way because I feel like the way I style it work with all season. I use a lot of pieces from the thrift store, Target, Home Goods, Home Sense. It's just a variety of different pieces that I like, and that means a lot to me and JB. Like for example, the horses. In our community, we have a huge equestrian in the front, and I've always wanted to ride horses. Don't know how to, but eventually I would love to. So those horses mean a lot to us, and we have those since we moved in our home. Now to the coffee table. I got this table from Wayfair. And it's a circle table, and I love it because it kind of gives a very RH vibe. And I just used some pieces, the full arrangement that I got from Home Goods. Also, I just used like a lot of coffee table book, layered with some pieces. That's from the thrift store, from Home Goods, from Target. Again, when you use variety, it just helps, it tells a better story. And that is how it's styled. Then we'll move over to this beautiful, I want to call it like a love seat, a 2-seater. And I just started simple with that blanket that I got on sale from Crate & Barrel. And of course, those 2 beautiful CB2 pillows. I love them so much. So now it's time to see the entryway. I kept it very simple. Most of the pieces that I used, I've had before. The only thing that's new right now, honestly, is the artwork. So I really try to shop my home and to be intentional about what I'm using and not just run to the store. I'm learning how to elevate my styling And that doesn't mean that I always gotta buy something new. So enjoy the entryway look. So, as I mentioned in the last video, I needed a mirror, but I wasn't ready to make that purchase yet. So I'm using what I have. This is the one that I moved to the space, and I love it. At my entryway, I love to keep fresh flowers. So I went to my local Wegmans and bought just an arrangement of different colors and different texture and created a beautiful little garden style bouquet. Here's the artwork that broke. I had two. One broke. This one was not damaged. But there's something about it that just makes me feel like you could see something like this in a gallery. I just think it's so unique and it's so different and it's so bold. And it's just like, it's me. And this side, I have this Target lamp. I think it's from Studio McGee. I think it's last year or maybe like the year before. And I just have it stuck on a bunch of books. Because this is not my main entrance to my home, I don't need to have storage. I don't need to have those places where you gotta drop your keys or anything like that. I just needed this space to just be really reflective of just a wow factor, and it matches how we live. And above all, our beautiful entryway table. This table I got from Crate & Barrel Outlet years ago. I would never get rid of it. They're still selling it, and I love it. I love the legs. I love all the details about it. Of course, now we're going to go into the dining room, which is pretty much still the same from when I gave the dining room tour. I just had like such a little bit of the fall elements to it. Very, very tiny, nothing crazy. And I think that's what I'm trying to translate in regards to as we go into the holiday season, the hosting season. We don't have to flip our entire home to make it feel the way we want to feel. It's just adding little elements into your home. For me, it was like blankets, certain smell, certain texture, certain color. And I think we're able to create a beautiful fall styling. So let's go to the dining room. Alrighty, so the biggest change what I've made was just changing out the pillars that was on top of the bench. And I had this vase right here with some of these faux sticks that I got from Crate & Barrel that I mentioned in my previous video, just to bring in the burgundy into this space. And then I just added that colorful pillow that I got from IKEA, just kind of tied together. So everything is still the same. And when I went over here to I know it's dark in this space, sorry. I just added some few of the burgundy picks within the existing styling, just to kind of help create a nice cohesive flow throughout the home. Alright guys, so from my dining room, there is a walkthrough to our kitchen. I'm going to take into the kitchen and show you some minor things I did to bring in the fall into our kitchen. So now we're into the kitchen, right? And I'm going to tell you a secret. In the past, I was the girl who did not want nothing on her counter. Still that girl, because I don't want a lot of stuff on my counter, but I just need a little bit of stuff to show that we live here. And sometimes when I'm in my mood, I don't feel like opening up a drawer. I just want to see stuff in front of me that I can use. So a couple of things that I bring back out to my counter. I brought back out our juicer, a toaster, because we're juicing occasionally, and breakfast in the morning. Jackson went to school, can make bagels, whatever we want to make, toast, whatever the case is. So I brought back out a toaster. One of the things that I try to do to make the things that's on the counter looks pretty is to buy pretty things, right? So let me show you. So, like I mentioned before, I toasted a toaster. I would love to get one of the Smeg, but I'm not there yet to buy a toaster for $300. So I bought something that the color I do like. This is black and stainless steel. It works, less than $20. It does the job, move on. But what I did was also I created like a nice little grouping right here with these beautiful bowls. that I got from Crate & Barrel. Pick the color. It has texture to it. We use these every day. Cereal, salad, dinner, whatever the case is, soup, we use it. And I just layered up some cutting boards, and I have some cooking books from Joanne Gaines, and I just use a vase to kind of keep it all together. More pleasing to the eye as you look, and the things that we use every day. On the opposite side of the stove, I just have this vase that I got from Target years ago. Wooden utensils that we use. Guys, guess what? Hold on. Remember I talked about the butter stuff? Soft butter. So these are things that we use daily. Living things that we need. And this cutting board that I got from a thrift store, I think it's called a butcher block. And I just have it as a backdrop, and then put everything in a nice tray and create a nice little grouping. I think the best thing you can do in the kitchen is to use trays to, what's the word, carol? Like the things that we use together. Salt, pepper, olive oil, utensil, you need that. Bowl over there, okay? On this side over here, I have my juicer. I don't have much fresh fruits right now because we haven't gone to the market yet. But when we do have it, that's where it goes. I juice, move on, and that's it. Remember, grouping will be your best friend in the kitchen. But this is how I keep the counter. It still gives me space to prep. It still gives me space to, you know, just to still have the kitchen, use the kitchen. Have the kitchen be functional as it should be and not look so sterile. I think sometimes when you see, and I'm guilty because that was me a couple years ago. I think sometimes when you see a space that is so perfect, it comes across as, how do you live? Again, it's personal, it's, you know, and it's very much subjective. So hey, who am I? I know it's a little bit dark. It's such a cloudy day. But on this side, my goal was to have a beautiful coffee maker. We bought one. It didn't work. So, you know, I'm telling Jim we have to get another one. But ideally, I'd love to have like a nice little coffee maker right here, so we can make our coffee or hot chocolate. It's that time where we need just hot chocolate, you know, with a little bit of Bailey's or like some Appleton rum. Spike it up. It's that time of year. And then, you know, a nice little moment right here. Remember I showed you guys the flowers, what is it called, hydrangeas. So I just have this vase. Okay, so I would love to put something behind my stove, but I don't want to put something there and I always have to move it to when I cook. So that is why I use the cutting boards to flank it to help bring some visual appeal to that particular space of our kitchen, because we have an open concept between our kitchen and our dining area, and I just think having that is beautiful. Now, as you can see, within our kitchen and our island, we have no stool, no corner stool, bar stool, corner stool. I'm torn because I like the idea of not having bar stool, because then it forces us to sit here at our table right in the kitchen, or it forces us to go to the dining area and eat. And why do I need to have, this is me talking to myself, why do I need to have bar stool here, table here, table and chair here, table and, that's a lot. So for right now, I'm loving it without it. This is just my entire prep zone, and I can walk when I do and do the most. I'm gonna give a styling tip here for the kitchen. Don't be afraid to have fun in the kitchen, right? The things that we use every day, use them, okay? Make your countertop beautiful. Create vignettes, create visual things to you that's gonna be pleasing to you, that makes you wanna cook. I don't like to cook, but when I have these little things around my home, it makes me wanna do something, attempt to cook. I can cook, don't get it twisted, I can cook. I don't like to. So I'm gonna give you a full view of the kitchen to see what it looks like in its totality, and then we move on to the family area. Ta-da! I love this space so much. It makes me so happy. Okay, now we're in our family room. I made some changes. I made some switcheroos, okay, because it wasn't giving me what I wanted to give. And when it's not giving that, then you move it around. So one of the things that I've noticed was that in this space, I feel like the stand was unbalanced. What do you mean by that, Nathaniel, was unbalanced? Okay, so I have this beautiful accent wall right here, which I do love. On the wall, I have a mirror. I also have art light. And then I have other things on the ground against that particular wall, and then there was nothing on this side. So I had to do some rearranging, okay? So what I did was I took down the picture of the wall, that was one thing, and then I removed the console that was back there and bring it to the opposite side. Kind of have balance off the space a little bit. When I moved that, it felt really, really good. The tip here is when you decorate a space, you always gotta step back and allow yourself to live in the space a little bit, use things a little bit, and just to see how it feels. Now, because I do this for a living, sometimes I don't have the luxury of doing that. So one thing I offer to my client is like, after 3 months, if there is something small, nothing major, if you feel like we gotta switch some furniture around, I will come back in and do that, because I just know how I feel sometimes, where in the moment it feels good, but then in reality it's like, girl, this don't make no sense, okay? So that's a tip right here. Allow yourself to live with the pieces. Don't be afraid to move things around if it don't feel good. Nothing is perfect. Take your time and create the quote-unquote perfect space for you. It's been 5 years that we've lived, that JB and I have been here in this home, and as we grow ourselves, the space changes also. Because if you guys have seen this house when I first moved in, I started YouTube, you'd be like, girl, what are you doing? Why? What? No, you don't need to do this. But let's get into the fall decor. Okay, so this is from my view from our kitchen, right? So the biggest thing for me is finding some beautiful artwork off YouTube, and I love the play of colors. As you guys can tell, I'm very into embracing it right now. So on the sofa right here, I just brought in different texture. I have that one a bit of velvet and linen. The other one was, I think, like polyester. And then I brought a different shape, the lumbar shape. And then I just put a blanket on the end. It's that time where a blanket is needed, okay? On the other side, we have the same thing. Here's my coffee table. My coffee table is from Restoration Hardware. And I just started very simple with these beautiful floral arrangement I got from my local grocery store, Wegman. I've always loved this picture. It's a Kelly Worcester coffee table book, and I just did my own interpretation of it. I love how old and dried some of the flowers are. And then on the other side of the sofa is the same thing. Pillows, the throw blanket. This blanket here is a Target find. I love it. It's so big, so warm and cozy. And then remember I mentioned that I moved the console, so I put it behind here. Look how beautiful it looks. And I just started up with pieces that I have before. I did not shop. The only thing I purchased was this beautiful lamp I got from Home Goods. I just love it so much. It's so pretty. Look at it. I went ahead, put a basket over here with some additional blanket that we can use. Sometimes I like to lay on the floor and just relax when my back is hurting. So I just have some blankets and pillow here. Alrighty guys, that is it. This is my fall 2024 home tour of my main level. Again, I'm going to try to do one of the bedroom, and JB's going to do the outdoor for me in regards to getting some mums and stuff. I've always said this and I say it again as I wrap this video up. Don't allow others to limit your creativity. Don't allow the size of your home, the size of your space, to feel like you can't create a space that you're going to be happy and enjoy and create memories. Life has not always been this way for me. It has been a journey, it has been a process. So just know that you're not alone. I do my best to share content that is relatable, but yet still don't minimize what I've attained. This did not happen overnight. I did not get to this point of knowing how to decorate my home just like that. I've made my mistakes. I've made some expensive ones and I've made some cheap ones. But at the end of the day, I'm happy that no, I feel at peace. No, I feel like I'm creating a space that makes me feel happy and not necessarily what others think I should have or what others think is trending. Yes, I do have some trendy pieces in my home, but I also have some unique pieces that means a lot to me and JB. So do what makes you happy. Allow yourself to be inspired by others. And again, do not minimize your creativity for anyone. Do not dim your light for anyone. Keep on shining bright. Enjoy the fall season. I do love to see this time of year, especially it gets closer to Christmas, because people tend to be a little bit nicer. Not to be political, but we're in that political era that all I can say is you guys be safe, vote accordingly, and just let's just be a little bit nice, okay? Because this world is crazy. But on a lighter note, don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Comment below and let me know what's your favorite thing about the space. Did it inspire you in any way to do anything different? Did it change your mindset about color? Maybe a little bit. And yeah,